President Biden easily won Nevada's Democratic primary election yesterday, and a jury has found a Michigan woman guilty of involuntary manslaughter in connection to her son's deadly rampage at a high school in 2021. Good morning. I'm Corva Coleman from NPR News, and here are today's top stories. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley did not win yesterday's Republican presidential primary in Nevada. A majority of GOP voters chose the option none of these candidates on the ballot. Haley came in second. Donald Trump was not on the ballot. He's expected to win the Nevada GOP caucuses tomorrow, where delegates are awarded. In the Nevada Democratic contest, President Biden won easily. NPR's Franco Ordonez reports from Las Vegas.
The outcome was expected, but the stakes are high considering the state's critical role in the general election. Nevada is the first of the big swing states to vote in a primary. In 2020, Biden won Nevada by just under 3% of the vote, which only increases interest. Both Biden and his expected Republican competitor, former President Donald Trump, have been working to test out messaging and get any information they can to prepare for November. And with his eye on the rematch, Biden held a rally in Las Vegas over the weekend, warning that it could be a nightmare if Trump were reelected. Franco Ordonez, NPR News, Las Vegas.
The House has failed to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. 4 Republicans joined all the Democrats in blocking the measure. One of them was Colorado Republican Ken Buck.
Impeachment is supposed to be a very, very last resort type of remedy, not something that is used every Congress.
The Republicans allege Mayorkas has violated federal law and allowed millions of migrants to cross the border illegally. He denies that. House GOP leaders say they'll bring the resolution up again. Democrats say this is a political ploy. Separately, the House also failed to pass a standalone aid bill for Israel. Some top Republican senators are now calling for another aid bill to help Israel and Ukraine. They're dropping their demand that foreign aid be tied to a border security measure. The Senate will hold a procedural vote on a border measure today, but it's lost GOP support. A jury in Michigan has found Jennifer Crumbley guilty of 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. She's the mother of a teen who killed 4 students in a mass shooting in 2021. NPR's Martin Costi reports some hope this will raise the bar for gun responsibility for parents.
Jennifer Crumbley and her husband James, who still faces trial, were accused of not only providing their 15-year-old son with a handgun, but also ignoring clear signs he was contemplating violence. Adam Skaggs is vice president of the Giffords Law Center, a gun safety organization.
If it is sometimes hard to draw the line exactly where negligence or carelessness crosses into culpability, this case is squarely on the other side of that line.
Skaggs says the case may inspire other prosecutors to try to deter parental irresponsibility with guns. Several states have passed new laws requiring that guns be secured from children, including Michigan, whose safe storage law takes effect next week.
Martin Costi reporting. Pop star Taylor Swift is threatening legal action against a college student who tracks the private jet flights of celebrities, but he uses public data. The student has also angered billionaire Elon Musk for the very same reason. A swath of salt marsh on the California coast was eroding for decades until a bunch of sea otters moved back into the neighborhood. Ari Daniel has more on how their return helped preserve the marsh.
Elkhorn Slough, the country's second-largest estuary, was in bad shape. Chunks of marsh were calving off into the water, due in part to shore crabs burrowing into the dirt and eating the roots, holding it all together. But since the 80s, sea otters have gradually recolonized the area. Researchers compared parts of the marsh where otters could feed on the crabs to sections where they kept them out. The result was that wherever sea otters could gorge on crabs, the marsh stabilized.
The conservation of a top predator can really enhance the health and the resilience of a system that's otherwise under a portfolio of stress.
Christine Angelini is a coastal ecologist at the University of Florida. She says it's important to factor in the role predators play in preserving their ecosystems. For NPR News, I'm Ari Daniel.
I'm Corva Coleman, NPR News.